me share the screen. So can I nominate myself as a sysadmin? Yeah, tell me, Srinath.
Sir, this is Srinath, sir. Please give me the recording permission.
Tell me, guys, can I make myself as a sysadmin? Common sense, just tell me, can I make myself as a sysadmin?
We can't give.
Why? Because if I make myself as a sysadmin, where is the security? Everyone, those who can connect to SQL Server, all can become sysadmin. All can access all the tables. All can delete all the tables. All can shut down the SQL Server. Where is the safety and security? Right? Fine, right? So you cannot nominate yourself, or else you cannot get the permissions. You cannot assign the permissions yourself as a sysadmin. Someone who is having same permissions has to give to you. If another sysadmin is there, that person only can add you into the sysadmin role. Clear, guys? Clear?
Yeah.
Fine. So
Sir,
that's
sir.
yeah. Tell me.
మన SQL సాఫ్ట్వేర్ ఇన్స్టాలేషన్ చేసేటప్పుడు కంపల్సరీ ఒక యూజర్ ఉండాలి కదా సార్.
Yes, yes.
డిఫాల్ట్ యూజర్ ఉంటే.
Yes.
సో ఇక్కడ మన మీరే అడ్మిన్, ఇప్పుడు ప్రెసెంట్ మీరు అడ్మిన్.
Yes.
మీకు మీరుగా పర్మిషన్ తీసేసుకోవచ్చు, బట్ మీకు మీరుగా పర్మిషన్ ఇవ్వకపోతే మరి ఏమవుతుంది సార్ అప్పుడు?
See, sysadmin is the highest level. What is there to get the permissions for myself? Sysadmin is the highest permission. Once I added myself during the installation, I will become a default sysadmin. Those who are added in the current user screen at the time of installation, by default, he will get the sysadmin. Sysadmin is the highest permission. What else I have to get now?
మీకు మీరుగా రివోక్ చేసుకుంటారు కదా సార్, తీసేసుకుంటారు.
Yes, I can revoke. See, I can revoke, but I cannot again get back the same permissions.
ఈ సినారియోలో ఇప్పుడు మీకు పర్మిషన్ తీసేసుకుంటే ఇప్పుడు మరి అడ్మిన్ గా ఉంటారు కదా ప్రెజెంట్.
No one will be there. No one will be there. It's not guaranteed like someone should be there as admin. There are some scenarios, if in that screen, if you don't add anyone during installation, SQL Server will be successfully installed, but no one will be there to access the SQL Server. It's not mandatory that one sysadmin should be there. Of course, this SCA will be there, but if you know the SCA password, you can connect. You cannot revoke permissions for this SCA. Okay, by default, this will be sysadmin only. You cannot revoke permissions for this SCA. It won't allow us. Cannot use the special principal. Okay, it won't allow us. Okay, to revoke the password or permission for SCA. Okay, by default, SCA will be created, but you can do two things. Either you have to add yourself during the installation, you will get sysadmin permissions. If you don't add it, fine. At least create SCA login password. SCA will be there. Choose authentication, SQL Server authentication during installation, and it will ask you to provide the password. It won't ask for the username. Why? Because username is SCA fixed. So it won't ask, it will ask you to create password and confirm password. Then if you give create password and confirm password, if you give password in that screen, then you can log in with SCA login.
ఓకే సార్.
Clear?
లేదు సార్.
Fine, guys. Okay, any issues, any doubts? So simply kill means, kill is a command will be used to kill any session. Now you came to know what is a session, what is a process. Right? Kill is a command to use. Okay, we can use this kill command to kill any session. Any session. Okay, you can, a sysadmin can kill all other sessions. A sysadmin can kill all other sessions except background sessions. Okay, so is it correct? Is it correct?
No, actually, when it is necessary, then only we have to check with the particular user, and then we have to kill it.
That's okay. This command is correct. Kill 41. Can I execute this query?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Why?
running.
System.
That is a system session.
That is a background session. You cannot kill background sessions. 1 to 50, you cannot kill. Okay. 1 to 50, you cannot kill. Okay. From 51 only, see here. You can see 50 session is there or not. 40 session is there. Okay. Let's try to kill 40. Okay. You can get an error. Only user processes can be killed. Process ID 40 is not an active process. Or else if you give 39, okay, you'll get that error. Only user's process can be killed. Like that, you'll get an error. See here, only user processes can be killed. 1 to 50, you cannot kill it. Those are background sessions. From 51 onwards, if any sessions are there, you can kill the sessions. Again, there are two scenarios you have to remember, very important scenarios. One is don't kill the other sessions your own decision with your own decision. Don't kill other sessions with your own decision. Even though you are a DBA, you cannot kill a user sessions without their permissions. You have to ask them. You have to explain the situation. Hey buddy, since 10 hours your query is running, can I kill the session? If he's agree, yes, you can proceed to kill. You can kill it. Sometimes users only will ask us, hey, please kill my session. Or please kill this long running session. Then you can kill the session. You cannot kill any session, okay, any other sessions without having their permissions. This is a important thumb rule. Okay. Second thing is, while killing, delete, insert, update, okay, you have to be more careful. Any session, 99% any session, while killing any session, you have to be more careful. Why? Because don't think once you kill this session, automatically it will close. No. Earlier, we have already discussed one concept called rollback, roll forward, redo, undo. Imagine you are inserting, one user is inserting 10 lakh records. 9,999 records are inserted. 1 lakh record is there to insert. Suddenly you killed his process. Now all 9,99 records are going to be rollbacked. How much time it took to insert 9,99,999 records? That much time it will take to roll back all these 9 lakhs plus records. So imagine if this insert is running since 5 hours. Okay, even though if you kill that particular session, it may take same 5 hours to roll back all the 9 lakh transactions. Clear, guys? Don't think killing a session will fix the issue. It will create more issues. Okay, you have to be very careful while executing this kill session, kill session. I mean, kill command. Clear, guys? Each 90% of the commands will go for rollback. If you kill update query, it will roll back. Means why? Because it has to cancel all the changes, right? You decided not to proceed with that query. What it has to do? Already it has processed some of the data. What it will do now? Again, it will roll back. It will undo all the changes. It will cancel all the changes. For canceling, it will take some time, right? Clear, guys? So don't think if you kill the process immediately, it will be killed. No. That process will go to rollback state. Sometimes the rollback state may complete in 1 minute. Sometimes it may take 1 day. Sometimes it may take 3 days. Don't know. Depends upon the how big the transaction you are killing. Clear, guys? Is it clear? Fine, everyone?
Yes,
Please?
sir. Yeah.
Okay. So again, killing is a important query. You have to be very careful while executing this kill permission. By default, who can kill sessions? A member of sysadmin and a member of process admin, right? Fine. So let's go with the Afifa session. This is Afifa session. Afifa wants to kill some sessions. Okay. Afifa, as of now, Afifa cannot see other sessions, right? If she cannot see other sessions, which session she is going to kill? She cannot kill any session, right? So let me check any user processes that she can kill. Let me check any processes. Okay, 65. Let's go to the Afifa connection and let's execute kill permission. And 65. Afifa is not member of any role. So user does not have permission to use the kill statement. Afifa doesn't have permission. Now, how can I add Afifa to this role? How can I add Afifa to this process admin role? Can anyone help me?
Securities.
Yes. Quickly. Next,
Afifa,
Afifa.
Server roles, sir. Server roles, sir. Server roles.
I can give from here also. Next,
Afifa, properties,
double click on Afifa. Next,
server roles,
server roles. Next.
process admin.
Okay, so
Yes,
I'm
sir.
removing this DB creator as we have completed discussion of this DB creator. So don't practice 2 roles at a time. Yes, you can have Afifa can member of 2 roles at a time. I'm not saying that one. Afifa can member of multiple roles at a time. But I am practicing process admin, right? So if DB creator is there, you will confuse with which role the process is completing. Okay. So at a time, practice only one role. I'm removing DB creator role for Afifa. Okay. I'm just assigning process admin. I'm adding Afifa to process admin. Please mute it. I'm getting echo sound. Okay. So just click OK. Now Afifa is a process admin. Now if you run this query earlier, Afifa does not have permission. It is clearly saying, okay, don't think like I want to get an error. If you give like this also, you will get an error. Don't think only an error. Check what kind of error you are getting. You have to get this error. User does not have permission. Now Afifa is a member of process admin. Now Afifa can execute this query. Now Afifa can kill this query. See, Afifa completed executing this query. And if you see now, earlier 65 session is there. Now if I execute, now you don't see 65 session. Okay, now there is no 65 session. Clear, guys? A member of process admin or a member of sysadmin can kill the sessions. So now you came to know what is a session, what is a process, what is SPID, how to kill any session, in what scenarios will kill it, what precautions you have to take while killing the session. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear?
It's clear.
Yes. Okay.
So,
So
for example, here, so user is offline or he is not in online. So because he ran the query and he logged off. Okay, due to some emergency or whatever it may be, due to that query, it's running long time and the server is down. So this time, so immediately we can, if we took a precautions also, if we are not able to reach that particular user, so we can reach out to manager or directly we can kill the process.
Then in such scenarios, very good question. Sometimes the users who started the session might not be available. Okay, in the Teams or like for email communications also, he's not responding. He belongs to one group, right? Group DL will be there, right? DL means distribution list. It's not mandatory only that user has to approve this action. Okay, you can immediately send an email to the application DL, application team. You can immediately send an email to the application team. Hey team, I'm getting issues with this query. It is running since 5 hours, 10 hours. It's a long running session and not giving any results. Okay, so can I proceed to kill the session? You can send an email to application team. It's not guaranteed, it's not mandatory that he has to approve. Why? Because he may in leave, that user may in leave. Okay, he may in sick leave or vacation. So we are not sure. So any member of that application can respond. You can kill it or you don't kill it. Any member, if anyone is responded, that's fine. Manager or any member is responded is fine.
Thank you, Srinivas.
Yeah. Okay, clear, guys. So we are pending with the 4 more roles. What are the 4 more roles we have? Public doesn't have any permissions, guys. If you want to see, let me explain about public. Public by default is not a known fixed role. Okay, you don't get any permission, but any login, public is not a known fixed role. Okay, by default, Microsoft designed this public role. Any login by default is a member of public server role. Okay, if you see here, you can see a lot of logins, right? Srinath, Vishnu. If you go and check any login, you can see public role will be selected. You cannot unselect this also. By default, a member, a login, okay, is a member of public server role. Okay, remember this point. Any login by default is a member of public server role. Any login by default is a member of public server role. This public server role have only one permission, that is connect to SQL. Connect to SQL permissions will have. That's why whenever a login is created, even though if you don't give access to any database, but still it can connect to SQL server. Why? Because that login by default is a member of public server role. Public server role doesn't have any permissions. Okay, so this is how public server role will work. It's not a fixed permissions. It's not a fixed role also. Microsoft designed like this. If you create any login, automatically this login is a member of public server role. First thing. Second thing is, once he's a member of public server role, he will get a connect to SQL permission by default. That's why even if I don't give access to any login on any database, but still he or she can connect to SQL server. Of course, they cannot do anything, but by default they can connect to SQL server, right? So that's because of public data server role. So any login by default is a member of public public server role. Public database role is also there, but by default any login is a member of public server role. Okay, right? So we are pending with the remaining 4 server roles. On Monday, if you have time, 10 to 15 minutes. Do we have time of 10 to 15 minutes so that we can?
Yes, please.
Only security admin is important. Server admin will have only one permission. Setup admin not important. This admin means all permissions. We'll close this one today. Then we'll start freshly on Monday for database roles.
Yeah, sure.
Everyone is
Yes,
okay,
sir.
then we'll
Yes, sir.
proceed.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Fine, right? Okay. Let's discuss security admin. Okay. Where is the query here? So let's go and check the security admin. Security admin, the name is saying itself security. What are there under security? Usually under security, logins are there, right? So
Yeah.
security admin also deals with the same. Okay. If you are a member of security admin, what kind of permissions you will have? You can create logins. You can delete logins. You can rename the logins. You can change the password of the logins. Okay, right? Clear? I have a question for you. Remember, write down this question and I'll ask you the answer on the Monday. Imagine Afifa is a process admin now. Of course, Afifa is process admin now. Okay. Srinath is a sysadmin. Imagine Srinath is sysadmin. Afifa is process admin. Srinath is sysadmin. Remember carefully. Listen carefully. Srinath is a sysadmin. Afifa is a process admin. Srinath is running one session. Srinath is running one session. Can Afifa kill Srinath's session or not? Can a process admin kill sysadmin session or not? Of course, a sysadmin can kill process admin session. Reverse, I am asking vice versa. Can a process
Yes.
admin kill sysadmin session or not?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
because Afi is having a process admin access, so having access.
I need answers on Monday. Okay, try it. Try in your SQL server. Let me know the answer. Open one session.
Yes, sir.
Make Srinath as sysadmin. Open one session of sysadmin of Srinath and make Afifa a process admin of your own logins. You can create your own login names and okay, try to kill session from Afifa. Okay, and check it and let me know. Okay, I need answers on Monday. Fine.
No,
Let's
sir.
go with security admin. Okay, security admin
It's no
usually.
doubt, sir. If Alifa,
Sorry.
no doubt, sir. If Alifa have the access, then she can kill any session.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, you're confident, but again, try and let me know on Monday. Okay, just try from your side.
Yeah.
Right. Security admin mainly deals with the security like logins, creating logins, resetting the logins, changing the passwords of the logins, deleting the logins. Okay, so all these things a security admin can do. By default, security admin having 16 permissions. Of course, if you are a member of security admin, you can add another member to the security admin also. Okay, if you are a member of security admin, you can add another member to a security admin. This is by default. Grant, revoke, deny permissions, create database. Okay, a member of security admin can grant, revoke, and deny permissions for create database. Means create database name for this permission. Security admin, a member of security admin can grant permissions to run this query, can revoke permissions to run this query, can deny permissions to run this query. Again, not so important. Okay, main important things are create login, add login. Okay, create logins means add login, drop login means delete login, SP password means changing the passwords of other logins, rename login also will be there. Somewhere you can see remote option, revoke login, where you can see rename login, like that. Okay, so by default, a member of security admin main permissions are: a member of security admin can create new logins, can drop the new logins, can rename the logins, can change the passwords of the logins. Okay, so a member of security admin can do all these things. Clear, right? So in case if you want to see here, Afifa, now Afifa cannot see other logins. Okay, Afifa, if you go and expand the security, Afifa can only see 2 logins, but there are 15 or 20 logins in the same SQL server. Why Afifa can see only 2 logins?
She have the 2 logins access, sir.
By default, everyone can see SA login and everyone can see their own login. Okay, Afifa, right? Afifa is connected to the SQL server, right? By default, Afifa can see her own login name, and by default, they can see SA also. They cannot see other logins if you don't have permissions. Afifa can create logins, Afifa can delete logins, right? If Afifa is a member of security admin, Afifa can create the logins, Afifa can delete the logins. If she wants to delete the logins, first of all, she has to know what are all the logins are there, right? She has to get access to the logins list, right? So who can get access to the logins list? A member of security admin. Let's add Afifa to the security admin. Now you can see all the logins. Afifa can see all the logins. Okay, go to server roles, remove process admin, add security admin, click OK. This is how we can add. And again, in the organization, while adding, don't remove anything. Just for demonstration purpose, I am removing the old role. Okay, now just refresh the logins list. Now see, Afifa can see all the logins, right? If Afifa wants to delete any login, Afifa can select it, delete option. There is a command, okay, drop login name you can run, or right click, delete, and you can choose delete option also. Yes, okay, click OK. It is okay. I'll tell you why it is failing and I cannot drop. Currently logged in. Okay. So already then there is a user session is there. So that's why it is saying currently logged in. But Afifa can drop all the logins if there are no sessions from that particular user and all. Okay. There are some sessions running under this user. That's why. Let me check. This is let me check. I'm trying to delete Srinath, right? Okay. Srinath, check what are the sessions running on Srinath name. Okay. Any sessions running on Srinath name? Where is the here login name? Srinath. Okay, one session is running. Other than that, there are no more sessions are running on Srinath, right? Afifa, Vishnu, Afifa, and administrator Srinath. Let me kill this 62. Okay, 62, and let me execute it. Done. Now let me delete Srinath. Delete. Okay, and click OK, and you will get this notification. That's fine. Now it was deleted, right? Like this. Now Afifa is a member of security admin. That's why Afifa can delete. Afifa can create new login also, no doubt. Okay, you just practice it. Right click, create new login, choose the name of the login and click OK. Automatically Afifa can create new login. Right, fine. What are the other roles we have? Security admin. After security admin, we have another role. Where is that? Server role and setup admin. Setup admin will help you to set up the linked servers, guys. Okay, linked servers. Linked server means It will help you. Yes.
Previous the server admin. Server
Security.
admin. We can see. We can. Yeah.
Server admin.
We
Okay,
can.
okay. Let me go with setup. Server admin. Okay, that is important. I'm sorry, I just missed it. Right. Server admin is also very important admin, guys. Okay, so very important admin. Server admin is having an important permissions called shutdown permission. Okay, shutdown permission. Right. So sp_configure is a stored procedure will help you to change the SQL Server settings. Okay, using this sp_configure, you can change SQL Server level settings, or else you can use this GUI also. If you want to change the memory of the SQL Server, you can change like this. Okay, you can change like this. This is one way of, okay, changing the permissions. GUI way of changing the permissions. Okay, this is GUI way of changing the permissions. Right. If I want to change the permissions using query method, I can use sp_configure. Okay, I can use sp_configure permissions stored procedure to change the server level settings and all. I'll explain about this sp_configure on Monday. The very important permission is shutdown permission. If you are a member of server admin, you can shut down the SQL Server. If you want to see what is the query to shut down the SQL Server, can anyone tell me? This is Afifa session, right? Query to shut down the SQL Server is shut down only. Okay, the query to shut down the SQL Server is just shut down. If I execute, it won't be executed. Why? Because Afifa doesn't have permissions to shut down the SQL Server. If I added Afifa to the server admin, who is having the permissions? Server admin, right? If I added Afifa to the server admin, and you can see here, by default, server admin is having shutdown permission. So if I added Afifa to the server admin role, she can shut down the SQL Server. Okay, right? So you can see here, shutdown. Now user doesn't have permissions, right? Let me add Afifa to the server admin, server roles. Remove security admin. Go to server admin. Click OK. You cannot alter the server admin because it does not exist or you do not have permissions. Okay, I am doing it from my side. Okay, Afifa itself is giving her permissions to her own. Okay, so let me go with the administrator. This is administrator, right? Only administrator can give, right? Or a member of that role can give. Okay, so let me go to the server role.
Server role.
Yeah, server admin.
Server admin. Okay.
Okay, so if I execute now, earlier I got this error, user doesn't have permission. Now if I execute same in the Afifa connection, and if I execute, now I can shut down the SQL Server. Server shutdown request from login Afifa. SQL Server is terminating these processes. Okay, once I just run shutdown, what happened? All the processes will be closed. That's it, right? What processes will be there to execute? SQL Server itself will be down. What processes will be there? So all processes will be closed now. Okay, right? So now the SQL Server is shut down. Okay, you can see here, you will get a red mark here. Now you can see a green play button, right? Means that is up and running. Everyone can see this one? A green play button. What it means?
Yes, yes.
What it
Yes,
means?
sir.
It means the server is up and running. Okay. So now the server is stopped, right? You can see a red button here. Okay, the status will be changed to red button here. Red stop button will be there. Let's wait. Okay, and this one and agent also will be down. And now you cannot run anything on the server. If you try to refresh also, refresh is also one query, guys. You will get the error now. If you try to refresh also, where it has to run on this server, it has to run. But the server is shut down. It's not accepting any queries. Refresh is also one query. I told you, right? Refresh is also one query. Now, if you are trying to refresh, you will get the error. Why? Because the session, the database engine is not active, not running to execute your refresh query. So you will get the error now. right? See, you can see a network error related to the instance specific error. If you are getting this error, in two reasons you can get this error. One is if SQL Server is not running. Second one is, okay, second one is might be if the SQL Server is not accepting any connections. Okay, might be SQL Server is not accepting any connections due to some network protocols or network issues, port issues. In such scenarios also you can see this error. See here, the play button is changed to red button, right? Stopped button. That means what? Your SQL Server is stopped. Even though it is connected in the management studio, you cannot run any queries. You cannot run any queries. Okay, all the sessions will be terminated. The connection is broken and recovery is not possible. Okay, so you cannot run any queries. Why? Because database engine, if the database engine is running, it will accept any query and it will allow us to run the query. If engine is down, it won't accept the query. All the sessions will be down, right? See here, not connected. For this also you will get not connected. All the sessions disconnected. Okay, so you can again restart the SQL Server by just right clicking on it, and you can just click on yes, you can restart the SQL Server. There is an assignment for all of you. Tell me how many ways I can start and stop the SQL Server. How many ways are there to start and stop the SQL Server? Okay. What happened? The connection is currently state closed. Oh my God. Yeah. That's fine.
Maybe services are down.
No, services are up and running. Since I have a doubt on it. Services are up and running. No doubt they are up and running. Okay, just SQL servers is up and running. That's fine. Agent is not running. Yeah. Okay, let's start agent as well. Okay.
So can you refresh one more time and show the other stuff?
Which one? Error.
What that says, it requires something. Refresh.
Execute
wait.
An open and available connection. It is saying an available connection. I can close the connections. Okay. If you close SSMS and if you open it, it will work. That is not an issue. Okay. But I'm checking whether that administrator is sysadmin or might be by mistake I removed the sysadmin permissions or what I'm checking. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So let me.
Shanmugh, it will be take time.
No. It will complete in 2 minutes. Okay. Just wait for 2 minutes. We'll close the session. Okay. Right. So in this way, the server admin will work. So in the next class on Monday, just let me know in how many ways I can start the SQL server. I can stop the SQL server. Okay. In how many ways I can start the SQL server. I can stop the SQL server. There are different ways. Okay. Just let me know in how many ways I can start and stop the SQL server. Right. Fine. Someone may go to SQL Server configuration. That's okay. That's fine. Okay. Let me know on Monday. Okay. Right. So let's discuss the other roles. Sysadmin, nothing to discuss, guys. Okay. Sysadmin means he or she can do anything. If you are a member of sysadmin, you can do anything. Okay. So nothing is blocked for you. You are having superpower. Okay. What is that permission? SP underscore survey role permission. Don't give any spaces. Okay, expense server role permission. Let's go with the setup admin. Server admin is completed, right? Let's go with setup admin. Setup admin will help you to create the linked servers. Linked server means usually linked servers will help you to integrate the data between two different database softwares. If you want to import the data from Excel sheet to SQL Server, if you want to import the data from Oracle to SQL Server, if you want to import the data from MySQL to SQL Server, from other database software to SQL Server, or you want to export the data from SQL Server to Oracle or any other database software, linked server will help you to create a link between either two SQL servers or two different database servers. Okay, linked servers will help you to create a link between two SQL servers or two different database servers like SQL Server to Oracle, SQL Server to MySQL, SQL Server to NoSQL. To create link between two different softwares, two different database softwares, you can use linked servers. Or else you want to link two SQL servers, you can link two SQL servers to transfer the data between the servers using this linked server. Okay, right? It is easy to create, nothing required. Okay, right. So a member of setup admin by default can create linked servers, can drop the linked servers and all. Okay, right? And of course, sysadmin, we don't use setup admin again in the organization. We don't use setup admin. And sysadmin by default, it is having 121 permissions. Whatever we have discussed, add member to bulk admin, add member to DB creator, add member to disk admin, add member to process admin, security admin, server admin, setup admin, sysadmin. Okay, it can add all members to all the roles. And again, see here, whatever permissions we have discussed till now, alter database, backup log. Okay, you can see all the permissions, create database, whatever these all 7 server roles are having, all permissions will be there for sysadmin. So again, we have already explained all the permissions for each role. The same permissions will be there for sysadmin. So you can see sysadmin can do anything, whatever he want, he can do anything. And okay, there is no one can stop sysadmin, right? No one can block sysadmin also. So this is how sysadmin will work. Okay, so this is all about your server roles. These are fixed server roles. We can create customized server roles also. I'll explain what is customized server role and all in the next class. That's it for today. The meeting is going to close now. If you have any questions, ask me. Otherwise, that's it for today. We'll meet on the next Monday at 7 o'clock in the morning. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Sorry. Okay. Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Yeah. Tell me.
సార్ యాక్చువల్లీ మనం విన్నాకడ మీరు సెషన్ ఐడీస్ కనుక్కోవడానికి SP_Who2 అని చెప్పి ఒక ప్యాకేజ్ చెప్పారు కదా సార్. మనకి దాంట్లో ఎన్ని సెషన్స్ ఉన్నాయి, అన్ని సెషన్స్ మొత్తం చూపిస్తున్నాయి. అలా కాకుండా మనకి ఆ సెషన్ లో మనకి శ్రీకాంత్ అనే యూజర్, శ్రీకాంత్ అనే లాగిన్ ఉంది కదా,
అప్పుడు మీరు సెలెక్ట్ క్వరీ యూజ్ చేసుకుని వెయిట్, మీటింగ్ క్లోజ్ అయిపోతుంది, మీరు సెలెక్ట్ క్వరీ యూజ్ చేసుకొని వేర్ కండిషన్ అప్లై చేసుకోండి. ఓకేనా? శ్రీకాంత్ లాగిన్ తో ఏమేమి ఉన్నాయో అవన్నీ వస్తాయి. సెలెక్ట్ స్టార్ ఫ్రమ్ sys.sys ప్రాసెసెస్ వేర్